All right, friends, it's Timon, and I'm back with an education. I guess you could call it an educational video, dude. Q&A, my friend. That's right. So, in this video, I want to talk about your full potential. I would say 99%, well, a good 98% of people in the gym will never reach their full potential. And the reason being is because they have never discovered that eccentric exercises is what builds the ultimate strength and muscle gains. They just have no clue. They don't understand the modalities that go into eccentric training. It's the flip side of everything that you have ever imagined concentrically. See what I mean? I can prove it even in this video. I'll just read this off the bat, right? Okay. For an example, this is about eccentric. It's the overview from Google. I pop them up sometimes. No, I have a lot of stuff from NCBI PubMed, but so I like the stuff that, the overview comes up with this AI Google stuff. But anyways, it says here, I asked it about eccentric squats to regenerate, yada, yada, yada. I ask it a question. It gives me this answer. So the AI told me, yes, eccentric squats are generally considered more regenerative than concentric squats. Yeah, definitely. Meaning they can promote greater muscle growth and recovery. That's why a lot of people, they do concentric stuff. The concentric stuff actually wears out your knees and can damage your spine over time and make you slow. Here's the thing. If you squat concentrically, you actually reduce your speed because there is a reduction, right, and a loss in sarcomere in series. The series is very important, all right? That force production that you're exuding in series, you get a longer range of motion. You have more strength and a longer range of motion. There's more speed, there's more force production, a lot of stuff, especially in range of motion. So it is extremely important. And if you're just doing these crazy concentric lifts, I'm sorry, bro, or even conventional lifting, even if it's full range or just concentric or whatever it is you're doing there, it's no good, man. I'm telling you, it's no good. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to listen to me at all. So this is because, anyways, it says here, so squats, meaning that they can promote greater muscle growth and recovery. Eccentric squats. This is because eccentric contractions, where the muscle lengthens while contracting, can induce more muscle damage than leads to greater repair and rebuilding process. So eccentric squats will be regenerative. Now this goes for every eccentric exercise. It's all regenerative, but I'm just talking about the squat right now. Let's just put it that way, all right? So it is regenerative. So when people are telling you, hey, you should not do eccentric exercises, or you should not go down, you will never know your potential, friend. You will be a lot faster as an old guy. You will move faster, you'll run faster, you'll climb stairs a lot better. But if you lift concentrically, if you squat concentrically, you will be slow. You will be old, you'll be slow, your sarcomeres will be shortened, you'll lose your range of motion, which most old people do. That's why they have to go to Pilates and do these stupid stretching exercises all the time. You understand me? Old people lose range of motion. The most important exercise for an old person is eccentric. Everything eccentric is the best. It's best for old people, young people, for everybody, bro. Get it? It is a superior modality. There's nothing more superior than eccentric exercises. And it comes in different modalities. It comes in a whole bunch of stuff, man. Maybe I'll do some of this stuff like isokinetic movements and things like that, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out, man. There's other modalities that come along with this lifting stuff. I gotta figure it out, man. I have to find the time to make a video exercising, showing a video in the gym or something. I'll figure it out eventually with the time, maybe within the month or something. I don't know. I'll start posting stuff, whatever. But anyways, like I said, eccentric exercise is superior to everything, bro. We do submaximal, maximal, we do supramaximal, we do accentuated eccentric exercises. So the most superior one, of course, is, supramaximal. We do the, eccentric overload exercise. That's the superior one. You're either adding sets, reps. Not reps. The rep scheme is always 8 to 12. You're either adding sets, or you're adding weight, or you're adding weight or adding sets, or you're adding weight and sets together. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, like I said, it's superior to concentric in every way. Concentric is just going to make you slow. It's going to make you slow. It's going to do a bunch of stuff, bro. It's going to wear out your knees. It's going to hurt your spine. Is going to eventually, you'll have problems with your spine, the nervous system. You'll be shot. So yeah, it's not superior. If anything, it will hinder you. So it says here also, here's why eccentric squats are often favored for muscle growth and recovery. Yeah, I know why. Because increased muscle fiber damage. Yes, it causes these micro damages, which is regenerative. Eccentric squats cause more micro tears in the muscle fibers compared to concentric squats. That goes for ligaments and tendons. And if you have knee problems, they'll regenerate too as well. The cartilage in your knees will regenerate. Enhanced muscle protein synthesis. Yeah, definitely, because protein synthesis is extended. Blood levels are elevated for that entire week during the repair and the remodeling. The muscle damage from eccentric contractions stimulates muscle protein synthesis. Yes, MPS, a process crucial for muscle growth and repair. Yeah, we know that. Greater strength gains. Studies have shown that eccentric focus training can lead to greater increases in strength and power compared to what? Concentric only or traditional training. What is concentric only? What is traditional training? Well, people that live just concentrically, and you've seen, I've done videos on it. You see these people, they do their triceps. It's just concentric. And then they do conventional full range of motion. So some of it's full range of motion, some of it is just concentric. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? Which is traditional and then concentric. It's garbage. Focus on eccentric exercise. Never leave that realm. Improve blood lipid profile. Eccentric exercise may improve blood lipid profiles more effective than concentric exercise, potentially due to the increased demand on the muscle for fatty acid substrates during the recovery process. I find that if I mostly eat my eggs raw, but I will cook them with butter. Sometimes I eat some eggs at night with butter. I put a lot of butter in there. And one thing I noticed, because of the fat, my voice is very deep now. And my hormones are off the charts. So it's pretty much elevated the whole day. You can tell right now it's pretty deep, bro. I woke up this morning because I started cooking like I would cook, like lightly cook, man. It's mostly sunny side up. I put butter in there and then I put the egg in there, whatever, a lot of butter, and then I eat it with the butter. And so you get more of this saturated fat. You need that good fat, that saturated fat to increase your hormone profile, your testosterone. That's going to help a lot, these fats. And fatty fish is very good for you. Mackerel, I eat a lot of sushi, salmon, fatty fish. You don't really have to eat sardines. They're kind of stinky. If you can get mackerel is a lot better, but whatever. You know what I mean? Wild fish is probably the best for you, or even shellfish. I love shellfish. Even the ones in the can, the mussels, the smoked oysters. I fucking love those, bro. Clams are amazing. What else? What do they call them? These white things. I forget the name now. It's on the top of my head. Anyways, you get the idea. Shrimps are amazing for you, like I said. And any kind of seafood is going to be amazing for you, dude. Trust me. Seafood is amazing. Like I said, if you can't eat sushi like I do, you can always cook it. But you need a lot of omega-3 in your diet. What I discovered is you need a lot of omega-3 and you need a lot of saturated fat, animal saturated fat. So butter is amazing. Now, here's the thing. If you're not cooking with butter, you can always eat sticks of butter. You can eat them. I know it's kind of weird to eat a stick of butter, right? It's kind of weird, bro. I know it's kind of weird. When I was younger, they used to have them in these little tinfoil things, they used to have in these restaurants, little pieces of butter. They were salted. I would just eat the butter. I remember opening it and eating it. But yeah, you can cut it up in pieces and eat it. Still, you can eat a couple pieces of butter. That's not a big deal. I have grass-fed butter. I buy them, the market. So yeah, and grass-fed beef is better for you than, fucking grain-fed beef. Like I said, you need a lot of omega-3 in your diet. It's good to add seafood and animal products, good animal products to your diet. Chicken is kind of putrid, but if you have no choice, eat chicken, yes. Pork, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really into pork or chicken much. If I have to, I will eat sometimes some chicken, but it's not something I really truly want to eat. It's just maybe it's available at the time or whatever. You know what I mean? The dollar store, these dollar stores, these cheaper stores, they tend to have a lot of stuff that's canned. These fishes that are canned, like mackerel and stuff. Just make sure you're looking for wild stuff. You know, I mean, yeah, even farmed is better eating. Farmed fish is better than eating all this slave food diet. But hey, if you can get wild fish and stuff, and these shellfish, they're amazing. So I hope that helped. I'll see you in the next one. Like I said, there's people out there, they will never know what their full potential is because they'll never discover eccentric exercises and they'll die never knowing. It's unfortunate. And that's why you get these videos 15, 20 years later, the way they look, lifting conventionally, lifting fucking concentrically, and nothing. There's no gains. There's nothing there. It's a newbie gain thing, bullshit, whatever. That's why people are discouraged. That's why they have to take powders, tablets, these steroids, these like creatines and shit and all that to fake it, to make it. You understand me? Because they don't know what makes it, and there's nobody out there to teach them. I'm the only channel, and I'm sorry. It's unfortunate. I cannot save the world. I'm sorry. It would be nice, but I can't save everybody. And I don't know if people even want saving. That's the thing. Here's another thing. People watch my videos. They know who I am. Do they want saving? I don't think so. Very few people do. The ones that do send me their videos. The other people, they never send me nothing. So I only have about 3 people, well, 4, including my friend here, his cousin. That would be 4 people. And that's 4 people, bro. 4 people out of my entire channel that is interested, actually, that are progressing. And all the rest of the people, they're not really doing anything on my channel. They write me. I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe there's a few more. There could be a handful more. But the rest, they will never know their full potential. They'll listen to my videos. They'll write. They'll scribble. They'll talk. They'll comment, this, that. But I know they will never reach their full potential. And I know Blaha will never ever see his full potential ever. And there's many other influencers out there. They will never reach their full potential because they never do eccentric exercises because they just want to do what's easy. Get it? They want to pretend strong and pretend muscle and pretend strength and pretend everything. Me personally, in the eccentric, it forces you to do real. It forces you not to pretend. That's the difference between eccentric and concentric. Concentric it plays with you to pretend strength and pretend muscles, sarcoplasmic muscles. But in eccentric, it forces you it forces you to show you your full potential by damaging you and growing real muscle. Get it? These myofibulars and stuff. And real strength. That's what it does. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one. It's unfortunate. 98% of people out there will never see their full potential. It's too bad.